Has there ever been a time when you needed the power of your voice, when you knew you should have spoken up, but you didn't? This inspiring book titled Speak is the life story of a teenager with an important lesson for all. Speak up for yourself. We want to know what you have to say. This book is published by the renowned publisher Farrell Straus Giroux and has a total of 197 pages. It was written by the New York Times best-selling author Laurel House Anderson. Known for tackling tough subjects with humor and sensitivity, her work has earned numerous national and international awards. Speak is Laurel's award-winning, highly acclaimed, and controversial novel about a teenager who chooses to remain silent rather than speaking up what really happened to her. Melinda Sardino is a 15-year-old sophomore whose life is dramatically and permanently changed the night she attends an end-of-summer party. At the party, Melinda is raped. She calls the police but doesn't get the opportunity to report the crime. Her friends, thinking she called to bust the party, shun her and she becomes an outcast. Once vibrant, popular, and a good student, Melinda becomes withdrawn and depressed. She avoids talking to people and doesn't take care of her physical and mental health. All her grades start to slide and she begins to define herself by small acts of rebellion, such as refusing to give an oral report and skipping school. Meanwhile, Melinda's rapist, an older and popular student, subtly taunts her at every opportunity. When Melinda's friend falls for her rapist, she has to warn her to keep her from falling into the same predicament. Melinda's rapist confronts her on this and attempts to assault her again, but this time, Melinda fights back. She refuses to be silent and thereby achieve a measure of vindication. She regains her voice. I really enjoyed reading this book because I find that it is a young adult classic novel that is relevant to current events. I'm impressed by how well written the story progression is in telling Melinda's high school life in detail, while making it as relatable as it seems. Given that the name of the book is Speak, it is unsurprising that speaking up versus silence is the critical theme of the book. This message is clearly conveyed in the chapter when Melinda starts to figure out who she should confront, the breakthrough that she needs, and what she ought to speak about. The part that I enjoyed the most is when Melinda explores many different methods of communication to express her thoughts and feelings, including the glimpses of her inner world, from passing notes to graffiti, to silent protest, to art. This last medium, especially, teaches me that there are many different ways to speak up. From my point of view, Speak is a novel about empowerment, and it is a book that every teen, especially teen girls, should read. There is a time to be quiet and a time to speak up, and each of us needs to find the courage to raise our voices. When people don't express themselves, they die one piece at a time. I love this quote from the book so much because it has truly left a great impact on me. This quote shines a light on what young adult literature could be to us. Speak never trivializes or talks down to the audience it was meant for. Instead of shying away from difficult and mature subject matter, it brings it to light. As for the writing styles, this book has such good imagery and figurative language. The words are sharp, vivid, urgent, and to the point. Readers could relate to Melinda's pain and express empathy with her wounded soul, cheer for her effort to survive and eventual vindications. Moreover, the gripping plot, powerfully drawn characters, and of course, its raw and unvarnished look at the harsh reality of the high school experience have made this novel unforgettable and a lesson to be learned. Speak up when it's right to do so. Thank you.